Once, Hui Shi and I stood on this very bridge. He asked how I knew the joy of fish. I didn't know how. I just knew. Hui Shi returns to song in a small boat. Zhuang Zhou waits under a willow tree. He left the Court of Wei. Too much noise for a mind like his. Now he returns, not as a minister, but a friend. Zhuang Zhou, did you grow weary of the noise at court? Hui Shi, no, I just missed your nonsense. Sometimes we didn't argue at all, and in silence, more was said than words could hold. Hui Shi, do you think the stars move, or the world turns? Zhuang Zhou, if the sky is a great canopy, then stars are the pinholes where mystery. We rested often under that ancient snarled tree. Our thoughts wandered like wind through those crooked branches, never straight, but always moving. Zhuang Zhou, all your useful logic brought you back to the shade of an useless tree. Hui Shi, even I can learn. And we wandered along the river. Hui Shi, if I change, am I still myself? Zhuang Zhou, a mind that doesn't change is not alive. His mind was a whetstone, sharp against mine, shaping me as I shaped him. Zhuang Zhou, the current carries on, never the same, never still. And what am I, if not a boat, drifting empty, free from anchor, free from self? An empty boat drifting in the river. Zhuang Zhou, if an empty boat drifts and bumps another, who would take offense? Hui Shi, no one. But if a man were steering it, there'd be shouting. Zhuang Zhou, because we blame presence, we blame intention. Hui Shi, so you wish to be empty? Zhuang Zhou, not hollow empty, just ungraspable, like water, not graspable, thus cannot be harmed. Hui Shi, yet you are beside me, speaking. Zhuang Zhou, because words are leaves, and you're the wind. Mist scattered in late morning, the clouds drifting in open sky. Zhuang Zhou and Hui Shi walk quietly, no hurry, no aim. Zhuang Zhou, the Peng rides the northern wind and flies 90,000 li, disappearing between heaven and sea. Hui Shi, this one here just hops tree to tree, also supported by wind. Zhuang Zhou, that's Cian. She once laughed at the Peng, said, I fly too. Hui Shi, who's to say she was wrong? She also managed the wind. Zhuang Zhou, but one leaves a shadow on the clouds, the other just a rutzel in the shrubs. Hui Shi, still, Tao makes room for both big and small. Zhuang Zhou, I thought freedom was only up there. Maybe it was here all along. Hui Shi, didn't expect it to rain, and no place to take shelter. Zhuang Zhou, don't mind the rain. Why not hum a tune and stroll on slow? Hui Shi slows his steps, eyeing his friend. Something stirs inside his mind. The rain grows heavier. They found a small pavilion tucked in the forest. Hui Shi, it feels like all things are singing. The wind, the trees, the stones, or just the echo inside my mind. Zhuang Zhou, the great breath stirs. Its name is wind. When it passes the hollow places, each sings its own way. It's neither the wind nor the hollows. Hui Shi, you said neither the wind or the hollows sing. Where does his singing come from? Their shapes form their songs. Heaven speaks without words. Earth responds without sound. But if you just listen, there is song. rain and mist have scattered. A bright moon is rising. Zhuang Zhou. Heaven's song is not a verse, nor is the heart's echo a voice. All things speak, not to say anything, only to be. Before he mourned, he remembered. In the quiet of the hut, he lit a single candle. The flame did not speak, but the smoke began to rise, like memory, like breath, like sorrow without name. Zhuang Zhou's wife passed away. Neighbors came to offer comfort, but found him beating a pot like a drum. Villager, has he gone mad? Hui Shi, you lived with her, raised children with her. This is how you mourn her? Zhuang Zhou, at first, I grieved as anyone would. Then I thought deeper. She has returned to the freedom before she was born. Why chain her spirit with my sorrow? So I let music carry her on, back to nature. Hui Shi, so he sings, not for joy, but for her spirit being set free. Hui Shi, we argued all our lives, and never settled on anything. At the gate, Zhuang Zhou, that's so we can continue debating. But you've grown quiet. Waving goodbye. Hui Shi, perhaps I'd be back with more questions. Zhuang Zhou, quietly, perhaps not at all. Years later, Zhuang Zhou went to visit Hui Shi's grave in a plum blossom grove. Zhuang Zhou, Carpenter Shi, swung his axe with the speed of wind, cleaning off the thin speck of clay on the nose of the man from Ying, who stood still, totally unperturbed. Since your death, there's no one I could test the edge of my thoughts on, no one there to stand without blinking to my axe. They passed, like water, Hui Shi, Zhuang Zhou, and all the minds who once walked this world with wonder. But the river remains, the river of philosophy. And even now, we drink from its current. And somewhere in that soundless flow, the minds still wander,